G'day there guys, Marky here, and welcome back to another episode of r/relationship advice. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode, and with that said, I want you to sit back, relax, chuck a prawn to the barbie, and let's get right into it. Cheers. Posted by user F'dUpLife2014, titled, My friend, 36 female, manipulated me, 28 female, into believing that my boyfriend, 27 male, was having an affair. This is a complicated story, so I'll use fake names for everyone. My boyfriend is Tom, my friend is Jess, my boyfriend's friend is Kim, and my tech-savvy friend is Rich. Tom and I have been together for 3 years, and he's been a very affectionate and loving boyfriend during that time. I would have said yes if he proposed to me. Kim is a friend that he knows from work. I've always been a little uncomfortable with their relationship, but I never had a reason to believe that Tom and Kim were doing anything behind my back until Jess told me that she saw them at dinner together on a Friday night where Tom told me he was working late. Obviously, I was devastated. Tom is the most stand-up and honest man that I know, so I never expected in a million years that he would even lie to me, let alone have an affair. I didn't believe Jess at first, but then she showed me a blurry picture of the two together. I couldn't see either of their faces, but there were body figures that greatly resembled the both of them. I also saw the man wearing a watch. Tom always wears a watch, and Tom's favorite Vineyard Vines tie thrown over his shoulder. I was convinced. Jess told me that if I could get my boyfriend's phone, she'd be able to bypass the password and get all the messages that were on it, even the deleted ones. She gave me a stack of papers that she claimed was correspondence between Tom and Kim, which clearly indicated an affair between the two. Again, I was devastated. The papers showed that he called her the same nickname that he called me, and that cut really deep. I tried to approach Tom with this information in mind casually, saying, "Do you have anything to tell me?" I tried to be extra affectionate and loving with him throughout this, and he always reciprocated the love, which disgusted me, but gave me hope that he'd end his alleged affair with Kim. Every time I jumped through Jess's hoops to check, Jess would tell me that the affair was still ongoing. After 2 weeks, yesterday, I confronted Tom with everything, and unsurprisingly, he denied it. I told him that I was willing to fight for our relationship if he was willing to meet me halfway. Tom continued to deny everything, and he told me that if I didn't believe him, then we had no relationship. I didn't believe him. He slept on the couch and promised me that he'd be out of the house by the end of the week. I was so upset last night that I could not sleep. I cried for a really long time, and Tom heard me crying. He even tried to come in and comfort me, but I cussed him out and told him to leave. This morning, Jess was busy with work, so I went to a tech-savvy friend, Rich, for help with what Jess had done traditionally. I gave Rich the phone, and he told me that my demands were impossible. He said you cannot bypass the password on my boyfriend's phone. It's a work phone, without deleting the text messages. I teased him about not being as familiar with this stuff as he thought, but he adamantly stuck with his claim. When I showed him the papers that Jess gave me, he told me they were fake, and proved to me they were fake by making his own. F my life. I have absolutely no idea what to do, and no one to talk about this with. Rich told me that he's looking into everything, but I don't know if he'll come up with much. When I came home, Tom was already gone with his stuff, and I have no way of reaching him directly because I'm the one with his phone. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what's really going on in my life anymore. Edits. Lots of questions about this, so I'll try to clarify. I took my boyfriend's phone when he was out for a run since he doesn't listen to music when he's jogging. The run sort of contributed to my suspicions, but he's been doing this ever since I met him. When I confronted my boyfriend, I didn't show him the proof, but I told him that I had conclusive evidence and he said that was impossible. At the time, I thought he was lying. Jess had not replied to any of my voicemails or messages. In the comments, I'll put 7 to 3 on the fact that Jess is engineering your breakup to get at your man. Not gonna lie, there are ways to bypass security measures on some phones, and there are ways to retrieve deleted correspondence on some other phones, but realistically, it's unlikely that your friend has the knowledge or ability. It's a Liam Neeson thing, right? It takes a very particular set of skills. I believed that the loophole to unlock a phone without passcode, aka bypassing the phone's passcode, was removed via updates. Also, retrieving deleted data isn't easy by a long shot. especially if the data that was deleted is old and the hard drive has had time to write over that sector. Even data recovery methods off of traditional hard drives are not guaranteed, as the recoverable data needs to be fresh, and upon recovery, there's a strong possibility of data corruption. Tell your boyfriend this entire story and give him a chance to explain. You can very easily fake the messages, and you can just as easily fake the picture. Send me a pic of your boyfriend sitting in a chair, and I can make it look like he's having dinner with Angelina Jolie. It would take me about 10 minutes. Tell your boyfriend this entire story and beg him for a chance to explain. Fix that for you, but it ain't gonna happen. But confront Jess first and give her a chance to prove her evidence/hack phone in front of her. Don't want to make the same mistake again of reaching conclusions from uncertain evidence. I don't know what profession your ex works in, but with my work phone and all the client and account information that I have at any given time, I would probably be fired if it comes to light that someone dicked around and possibly extracted data. Like, no joke, the police would probably need to be involved. Seriously, it was his work phone, which apparently you still have? What the hell were you thinking? I know, right? It makes me sick to my guts thinking what would happen if someone stole my work phone and extracted data. I would lose my job for sure, and I might even be going to jail. Yeah, this is such a messy situation all around. I don't envy the position that you're in right now, OP. I feel like there was some lack of critical thinking going on here. I feel like there was a lot of ignorance on your part to just take your friend's word at face value and completely go with that and not question things, get another outside perspective of like, am I being played by either my boyfriend or my friend? You kind of burnt that bridge when you got to it, and now you're dealing with the ramifications of your actions, so I don't know, I really hope this update goes well, but it doesn't sound like it will be. And now, onto the update. I returned Tom's phone to him and we talked about the situation. I tried to explain everything, but he told me that the trust in our relationship was irreparable and that I need to learn how to effectively communicate my concerns. He's a firm believer that without trust, there is no relationship. So we've officially split up. He initiated no contact, and I've not spoken to him since. I finally got a hold of Jess through the phone, and she admitted she lied, but she won't tell me why. I'm sure she's not slept with Tom, but I can't be sure that she isn't trying. I'm unbelievably mad right now, mostly at myself. In the comments, but just to clarify, you are also never talking to this psycho Jess chick again, I hope. OP says, I want to know why she did this to me. Why would you honestly believe her when she explained why? Because I sure as hell wouldn't. Let the crazy go. It doesn't matter why she did this to you. She is toxic and manipulative, and you need to stay far away. She already created chaos and pain for you. Two possible reasons. A, you mentioned she might want Tom for herself, and B, she likes effing with people's minds. She won't give you a truthful answer. She will either lie or make excuses. People are jumping at the boyfriend saying that he should have forgiven OP and that he's throwing away a 3-year relationship. Well, hold on a minute, and let me give you the boyfriend's perspective. 1. Girlfriend believes friend that I cheated. This shows lack of trust. Red flag. 2. Girlfriend believes made-up evidence that anyone who is tech-savvy would deem fake. She would rather accuse me of infidelity than double-check with a tech-savvy friend. This shows incompetence. Red flag. 3. Girlfriend's trying to act extra loving in order to make me end the alleged affair rather than talk to me. Manipulation and inability to communicate. Red flag. 4. Girlfriend doesn't believe me when confronted and doesn't want to talk through issues. Even more lack of trust. Red flag. 5. Most people actually missed this, but girlfriend stole my work phone twice. You read that right. OP brushed over this in the last topic. She stole it once for the friend to produce the evidence and another time to bring to tech-savvy friend. This jeopardizes my job and is effing illegal. This shows that my girlfriend is a thief, plain and simple. Red effing flag. All in all, I completely understand why the boyfriend noped the hell out. I would have done the same, and OP is absolutely responsible for the demise of her own relationship. For those that don't understand his reaction, you need to look at it from his perspective. From her explanation, he never ever did anything wrong. I don't know how true that actually is. If I'm in a relationship and have never done anything wrong, am 100% trustworthy, then all of a sudden my girlfriend accuses me of cheating, makes me sleep on the couch, will not listen to my side of the story, kicks me out, then I don't think I deserve someone like that. I would rather move on and be with someone that won't go crazy. I know it isn't OP's fault entirely, but the fact that she didn't try to get anyone else's opinion on it and then just turned on him is not good. I would be done. Maybe this is something that can be repaired, sure, but it's unfair for him to have to work to get this trust back when he really has done nothing wrong at all. To him, it makes more sense to just go out and find another woman rather than repair a relationship and put in work, when he did nothing wrong and doesn't deserve to have to work to fix this broken relationship. Quote, she gave me a stack of papers that she claimed was correspondence between Tom and Kim, which clearly indicated an affair between the two. Again, I was devastated. The papers showed that he called her the same nickname that he called me, and that cut really deep. I don't want to pile on OP, but she gave her friend her boyfriend's phone, and the friend claimed to have cracked the passcode and printed out all his salacious text messages with his affair partner. Why didn't she ask to see the actual messages on the phone? OP is too naive. Even I, a not particularly tech-savvy person, knows that cracking an iPhone's passcode is well nigh impossible. That's why people get all those phishing texts after their phone is stolen. Even criminal gangs can't do it, much less your random nosy friend. OP is too naive and insecure. Her friend knew it and played on it. Friend either wanted Tom to herself or was just jealous that OP had everything going well for her. Something someone else suggested that I'm willing to believe? She was trying to get corporate information off of his phone since it was the work phone. And I don't think any of those explanations are good enough to warrant just how stupid OP was in this instance. And maybe this is the kick in the teeth, the life lesson that they need to not do stupid shit like this again in the future. Because yeah, when you really spell it out like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 list that the commenter did, it really shows just how many ways OP went wrong here. No trust, incompetent, manipulative, inability to communicate, even more lack of trust, ignorant, thieving. Is that someone that you would want to date? Because I sure as hell wouldn't want that, so I really hope you sit on this one and contemplate what you've done wrong, OP, because you're not going to be in relationships long if you continue to do things like this. You're your own worst enemy in this situation. Our next post is by user OKARM3826, titled, would I be the asshole if I told my younger sister's fiancé that she lied about my older sister when they met? So my older sister is K, female 32, my younger sister is J, female 28, and my younger sister's fiancé is Matt, male 32. K and Matt met at work about 2.5 to 3 years ago. He was hired in as a consultant at her company on a few months' assignment. They became close, but nothing happened because they probably didn't think that it was professional. I think both, or I know that my sister at least, was hoping that it would develop into something more when his assignment was completed. Kay is a very shy and private person, but even with that, she couldn't stop talking about Matt to Jay and me. When she turned 30, we encouraged her to invite him with the rest of her close friends from work. She was very hesitant and panicked at first, but then she thought, yeah, why not? His assignment was almost done anyway. Matt and Jess met at that party. 6 months later, Jess told us that she and Matt are a couple. This devastated Kay, and I knew that even if she held herself together and pretended to be happy for them. I almost made her confess her heartbreak to me because I just couldn't let her hurt alone without any support. Kay said that after her birthday, Matt changed towards her and was even a bit angry. Then when he left, he stopped talking to her altogether. Kay said that she probably misinterpreted his interest in her. I know that she's still heartbroken about it. Matt was assigned with her company some more times again, and it was awkward at first, but eventually they were friends again. Now he is a part of the family. Kay never showed that she is hurt. Now I found out that Jess told Matt that Kay had a boyfriend at that birthday party. Matt is very handsome and lovely, and Jess basically wanted him. Matt was shocked at first because he was hoping for something more, but he probably just thought that he too misinterpreted Kay's interest in him. He's very shy too. After the party, he probably decided to cut his losses and not pursue Kay. Jess, however, kept contacting him, asking him out, being supportive. First he refused, but then they started dating. How do I know all of that? Well, Jess's roommate spilled the beans to me, thinking that I knew everything. I'm closer to Jess than Kay. Matt has now proposed to Jess. I feel sick because I want to tell Matt what happened so he makes an informed decision. Marriage is not a game. At the same time, he and Jess seem to be perfect for each other, and the love is genuine. Maybe he was interested in Kay, yes, but obviously it wasn't that deep. Also, Kay? I want to tell her, but she seems okay with the relationship too. She made it clear that Matt and Jess obviously are meant to be, or it wouldn't have happened. But I want to tell her. Would I be the arsehole if I told everyone what happened? In the comments, wow, sister is something. She certainly didn't consider anyone else when she made her decision back then. I would probably say something so he can make an informed decision, but be prepared for the backlash. And OP replies, the thing is, Jess and Matt are great together. He and Kay are so much alike, yes, both shy and introverted and very calm. But Jess is a social butterfly, and he's even said that she has taken him out of his shell. So I don't know. My only thought is, I would have wanted to know, but if I tell, I am ready for the backlash. Jess is an asshole, and I would want to know too. But don't you think that this should be Kay's choice, since it's about her and Jess? You choosing to do this without consulting Kay, or at the very least confronting Jess and having her tell him, would make you the asshole. Sure, you think he should know. Letting Jess tell him gives him the best chance of working through it. OP says, I thought about that actually, but still, Kay and Matt are two separate issues. Even if Kay forgives Jess, I'm almost sure she would, Matt still needs to decide his life for himself, not Jess nor Kay. On if OP is doing this so Kay and Matt get together, OP says, there is zero chance that Matt and Kay would be together, and that's not the point either. I want my big sister's heart to heal and Matt to make an informed decision. I mean, now after this, there is zero chance that Matt and Kay end up together. Before the birthday? Definitely. I think they were crazy about each other. More info on what Matt was told. She knows that Kay is hurting and she never said why. I don't know either how she explained it once he probably realized that Kay didn't have a boyfriend. What else has Jess done to Kay / what else has she stolen? A boyfriend when we were younger. Jess was 15 at the time, so obviously the blame lied with a guy who was 20. What? Hold up. It was grooming, and nobody put the blame on Jess, but yeah, she got together with Kay's first boyfriend. Is Jess the golden child? OP says, not at all. Our parents love us all equally, and if anything, Kay is the firstborn and probably Mum's favourite. I don't know why Jess did this. She's always been a bit obsessed with Kay. How do you think Matt will react? OP says, they love each other very well, so maybe it'll just be a test of their love. If it doesn't survive, then I will know for sure that I did the right thing anyway, because he has the right to make informed decisions. You're just trying to cause drama and actively harm them. OP says, if the feelings are concrete, then nothing I will have to say would matter, so what are you worried about? Let Jess know first so she can tell them. OP says, I can try, but she would probably refuse or twist the truth. What good would this do anyway? OP says, what do you mean why? I already answered. I would want to know how the marriage I am headed towards has started. It seriously never came up that Kay had a crush on Matt? OP says, no, it has never come up. Besides me and Jess and probably some very close friends, nobody knows what's in Kay's heart, and we only know because we know her very well, and we can tell, and not because she tells us. After Matt disappeared from her life, she made sure never to talk about him again. When he came back as Jess's boyfriend, she just acted happy for them. I don't think they were talking about being together either, but they both just hoped something would happen. I think when Matt found out that Kay had a boyfriend, he probably thought that he imagined things that weren't there about her being interested. Same for Kay. She probably thought that she imagined him liking her and was mistaken. Jess is very protective of Matt too. She had a very hard time accepting him working with Kay again, and she tried everything to make him find new jobs. Now I know why. We all just thought that she wanted him to advance his career because she is very ambitious. But he always said he loved his job. Then when it was a fact that he and Kay were friends again, she made sure that she was always close by. Kay is very private and professional. I doubt she discusses her dating life with Matt, even if they're close at work. Oh my god. So, yeah, I think we can take on face value that there is a little bit of he say, she say going on, but I believe OP that they know what Kay is thinking, and, it seems likely to me that that they were in love. That Kay did in fact love this man, and Jess just had to come in there with her dirty little mitts and ruin everything. The petty part of me wants to see OP come in there and tear apart Jess for doing that, because that's some comeuppance for her 15-year-old self, taking that 20-year-old boyfriend of Kay away back in their heyday. And to that I say nay. Do not allow this shit to go on any further. OP, punish Jess. I believe in you. You would not be the asshole if you told your younger sister's fiancé that she lied about your older sister when they met. I want to see some justice. And now, onto the update. So yesterday, I did it. I know many here advised me to keep out of it, but I chose to go with my guts. Honestly, I've been very angry with Jess, and basically, I thought that it was time that she learned the consequences of her actions. If her and Matt's relationship is strong and real, then nothing would come between them. If it isn't, then I did the right thing. Most importantly, I did right by Kay. I used the opportunity that I introduced my girlfriend to my family yesterday. Mum teased Kay about being the only one left. I said loudly that I can't believe it had been 4 years since Kay had a boyfriend. Since her ex went home and the pandemic hit, so he couldn't fly back, so he announced his engagement to another woman on Facebook, and that's how Kay knew that it was over between them. Jess was very nervous and wanted to change the subject, but Matt was shocked over how someone would do this to their girlfriend. I don't think he really did the math at first, and he didn't react. I was annoyed, to be honest. So I insisted, yeah, when she introduced you at her 30th party, I really thought she had a crush on you because she never shut up about you, but a few months later, you and Jess got together. I said that it was confusing, and surely not only for me, but the rest of the family. But then again, Jess had done this before and stole Kay's first boyfriend. This was followed by the loudest silence. I knew that I went too far this time, but I couldn't control my anger towards Jess, and I wasn't going to sit there and hope that Matt would connect the dots himself. Everyone was very silent, and Jess was shooting daggers at me. Matt didn't say anything, and Kay was angry too, and said that it was a long time ago. Matt and Jess left shortly afterwards, and Kay asked me why I would embarrass her. I told her that Jess had lied to Matt about her having a boyfriend at her birthday party 2 years ago, and that is why Matt ghosted her, because he thought that she, Kay, was playing him. Kay was shocked, so she didn't know as I expected. Mum was shocked too. This morning, Kay called. She wanted to know more. She told me that she was very heartbroken for the longest time and confused as to why Matt ghosted her. But now she knows at least, even though she had hoped that he liked her a bit more to talk to her before ghosting her. I said that I believe she deserved better than him, and she laughed and agreed. Now I know that I have made the right decision, at least by my sister, which is the most important thing to me right now. I haven't heard from Matt or Jess, so I don't know if they'll stay together or not. All I know was that they were supposed to be on a weekend mini-trip to see a venue on the coast, and this trip was cancelled because Jess usually shares in her stories, and they haven't left town this weekend. I feel saddened, of course, but I'm not sure if I feel guilty. Maybe it'll hit me later, but I don't know. In the comments, Matt's not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to relationships. You had to burst out the crayons to get your point across. Now he has to take some time to process what happened. Then he probably has to take time to consider how else she has manipulated him, all while she is probably trying to manipulate the situation. It used to be easy for her, but maybe the blinders are off now. All best done before marriage. And OP says, I don't think he thought about it or even remembered that Kay was supposed to have had a boyfriend when he met Jess. He seems smart otherwise. If you're going to blow up the situation, you shouldn't have beaten around the bush. Jess lied to you about Kay having a boyfriend because she had the hots for you, but she knew that you and Kay had the hots for each other. OP says, he probably knows now anyway without me confessing that I knew the truth. He probably figured it out by now. Honestly, after my talk to Kay, I think I accomplished my goal. It was to let Kay know and understand that she is not less than. I think you did the right thing. I'm so glad that you have Kay's back, and I hope Kay has yours as well. Wishing you both the best going forward. OP says, yeah, she has my back since she promised not to reveal that I did all of that on purpose, so long as it's just an innocent comment. Any updates? OP says, yes, Matt broke up with Jess and Jess is angry with me, but she just thinks that it was an innocent comment. Matt, however, wrote Kay a text explaining everything, so now everyone knows that way. Kay and Mum knew already, but they acted like they only heard it from Matt. Still, Jess is angry with me and has unfollowed me everywhere, saying that I ruined her happiness. I texted her that if her relationship was real, it would have survived an innocuous comment like the one that I made. Kay called me and she said that Matt has apologized and explained everything to her. She has forgiven him, although she said there was nothing to forgive really since she truly believes that things weren't meant to be. They are staying friends, however, and they are very close friends. Jess called Kay a biatch and blocked her everywhere and wrote a nasty comment about her on Instagram that she was a man-stealer and then unfollowed her. My mum is very distraught now, but I think she'll survive. I will survive too, and I still have no feelings of guilt about what I did. I'm starting to think that I really did do the right thing, and I'm proud of myself for it. As Kay said, things that are meant to be happen. Beginning Path says, you should be rightfully proud of yourself. Not Jay projecting with her man-stealer comment directed at Kay. Kay seems very wise. The projection is strong with this one. But if she blocks Kay, how will she find her next boyfriend? Gosh, I believe that thought crossed her mind, but now there is no way that it will work out that easy and innocent as before. That's why she went nuclear. If I won't even be able to steal a guy from her again, at least I'll stick with saying that she's the man-stealer after all. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall when OP dropped that bomb. Can you imagine? You're OP's new girlfriend, meeting their family for the first time, wanting to make a good impression and for them to like you, and then OP does that. She was the fly on the wall. I completely forgot that OP brought their girlfriend to introduce. I'm too into the drama. This would have been doomed no matter what. I don't think Jess would have been the type to be happy that she got the consolation prize. That would eat away at her soul. And I would bet the moment that Kay got into a new relationship, Jess would try to steal that man too. I can't help thinking Jess might not have had an exit planned on this, or certainly she didn't think through the long-term consequences of this. The first time she was 15 and he was 20, presumably as soon as the right people found out about it, the relationship was externally ended. This time involved 2 consenting adults, and Jess was just keeping going all the way to the altar. But would she have kept going? Would boredom have set in? Would Kay have gotten something else shiny that Jess had to take? Also, clearly too many people were in the loop as well, or OP wouldn't have found out. Thinking on it, the advantage of OP not keeping the revelation quiet is that Jess doesn't get the opportunity to just learn from her mistakes and do a better job of screwing Kay over next time. Yeah, it does seem like it was a bit damned if they do, damned if they don't, but I'm very much glad that Jess had her relationship destroyed, because that's what she deserved and worse for doing this, and for continuing to do it, and not learning her lesson, and then projecting. Screw you, Jess. Get in the basket of assholes right now, buddy. You and the goddamn couch are in the naughty corner. And yeah, I don't think that there was a future of Kay and this man getting together. At least I hope they don't, because it doesn't seem like this is something that you can come back from, but I do think that you can be good friends and stay in contact with each other and be amicable. I feel like there would be a lot more drama happening, especially with Jess, if Kay was to get with this man. I don't think that would end well. I think there might be a double homicide by Jess, where she's like, how dare you steal my consolation prize? All's well that ends well though. I was very much satisfied with this story. That was a banger. Anyway guys, that's where I'm going to end today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!